Sennheiser offers two versions of their legendary MD421 mic, the standard version and the compact version. But do these mics even actually sound the same? And when would you want to use one over the other? Let's do a deep dive comparison on these two mics. Starting first with the standard version, as I like to call it, the model number on this is MD421-Roman II. This is actually an updated version of the original mic. It has some great uses, but there are some well-documented flaws. The first issue is with its size, or really how long it is. That makes it sometimes difficult to put the microphone in a good spot. And this is especially true if you're trying to mic the top of a rack tom and you've got some low cymbals over it. The other issue is with the mic's quick release mount. This specialized mount has a button that allows easy separation between the mic and the stand. Unfortunately, it is too easy sometimes to trigger that button and accidentally detach the mic when you're simply just trying to adjust the angle of the mic. Now, as its name implies, this new compact version tries to address that first issue with the size. You can see it's significantly shorter than the original mic. In fact, it's about 2.5 inches shorter. Mounting with this new mic is also quite different. Gone is the quick release, and in its place is now the ability to easily mount to a microphone. You can see there's a threaded piece in the back here. Now, you can see that I also have this little adapter guy here. This is an additional piece. You'll see versions of this mic with and without this little drum mount. Now, obviously, this makes mounting on your tom super simple. It fits on no problem. If you've ever used the Sennheiser E604s, it works pretty much just as well as that. Now, as I noted, they do sell the mic with and without the clip. So if you are not interested in the clip, you can buy just the mic, save a little bit of money. If you are really interested in the clip, you could actually buy a whole bunch of these and use them on other mics. If you do want to buy these, the model number on this is MZH or MZH Drums. Now, what do I mean by use them on other mics? Well, let's take this for an example. I got a Shure Beta 57. I like to use this on my snare. Normally, this has to go into one of Shure's mic clips, and then this goes onto a stand. Now, usually when you buy these clips, or you get the clip with a mic, it comes with this little weird adapter. Now, I'm sure you've probably have pulled these all out and threw them in a drawer, and who knows where they are right now, right? But if you put this back into the mic clip from Shure, and then you put on the Sennheiser clip onto that, you can see that now you can actually mount your Shure mic directly onto your drum. Now, is this going to allow you to have the most ideal positioning for that microphone? Probably not, but this is actually a good point to note that this is also true for the M21s, that this mic clip is not going to necessarily allow the compact mic to be in what you might consider to be the most ideal position. The compact mic also has a missing feature compared to the standard, a little roll-off filter. Basically, how much of the low frequencies do you want to throw away? And this is more useful if you're using the microphone for voiceover or for broadcast purposes. But usually when you're mounting this for, say, a floor tom, you would not use that filter on the standard mic. So I think in this case, it's a feature that you probably don't care about if you're only focused on drums. One positive about the compact is the price. I don't know if it's just because of the missing filter or if it's because the whole chassis is smaller too, but the microphone is actually significantly cheaper, more than $100 cheaper than its big brother. Okay, time to jump into the sound samples. We're going to start with my 16-inch floor tom topside. This is a cherry mahogany shell, is a DW Collectors. Since the compact does have that restrictive positioning, we're going to actually do a three-way comparison. The compact, a standard 421 in about the same position, and then another standard 421 in a slightly different position. Now let's try the bottom side of that tom. Again, we're going to do a three-way comparison, and that third mic this time is going to be a lot closer to the middle of the drum and a little bit further away. Let's jump over to my 12-inch tom now. We're only going to do two mics because of limited space. That second mic is going to be a little bit further in and a little further up. Last but not least is my snare drum. We're going to keep this to two mics as well. This time that second mic is going to be lower, further in, and a bit flatter. So my first impressions, I was actually kind of surprised at how much of a difference there was between the two microphones. I thought the standard mic had a much fuller sound. I don't know if it was more mids or mid-lows, but I felt that it had a much meatier sound, and that especially was true on the toms, really on the floor tom. And certainly the Kompakt is a lot easier to work with. It's a lot easier to just throw it on, but it seems that you're sacrificing sound for ease of use. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's a bad mic. In fact, maybe on higher toms, maybe you prefer the microphone that has less emphasis on the low frequencies. Just keep that in mind when you're selecting your mics. Did you guys have a favorite of the two mics? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, I do have more videos coming out all the time, not just drum mics, but preamps and sticks and heads and cymbal comparisons. So if you don't want to miss out, then don't forget to hit subscribe right over here or down below. Until next time, peace.